What is up, guys? Welcome back to Firearms Fellowship. Yeah, just a little impromptu Friday night firearms chat. So we'll see where it goes. Um, we got the gun show in Tulsa coming up. Wanamaker's. Let me pull up their website. If you've never been to Wanamaker's, man, it is just a really cool show. Yeah, it the size of it is just insane. Uh, it goes on for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and it's not enough time. It's just not enough time to go see everything that is there. It's wild. I think they say if you line up all the tables, um, I can't remember. It's like 3 miles or something crazy. It is really insane. And when you go there, you really have to be focused on what you're looking for. So this year, there's a couple things that I'm really focused on. And like you don't have enough time to really look at all the tables. So you got to like zero in and look for those things. One thing that I'm looking for is a CZ 472, and I want to find a Colt 1903 in 380. I've been looking for a shooter. I don't want a collector piece. I want something that I can actually carry. So I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. So those are the two things that I'm really looking for when I go to Wanamaker's this year. So we'll see if we can find it. Now the CZ, this is kind of an interesting rifle. And we'll talk about it in a minute. We don't really have anybody in the chat yet, so we'll touch on that in just a minute. Yeah, the CZ 472. Now I've got a 455, and I've been really happy with that rifle. It's a wonderful shooting rifle. Handles well. I have the American, and it's a short barrel. It's 20.5 inches is all it is. But this the one that I'm looking for is, let me pull it up here. First, let me show you let me show you what I'm looking for. That's the 457. And this is an interesting rifle. It's got a really long stock and just a 16-inch barrel. And I think it would look really good with a small suppressor on the end of it. It'd look really balanced. Sometimes you put a suppressor on these longer guns and they just don't look right. I think if you put a suppressor on the end of this barrel, it's going to have the right length and just be balanced. Now, the one thing I'm not wild about on this rifle is how they have stamped CZ 457 Royal on the side. I think it looks a little bit gaudy. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it would look a lot better without that. I'm not sure why they decided to put that there. It's just a little bit much, but you can see at the end of the fore end, they've got a different kind of wood there. Of course, it's a threaded barrel, so you don't have to worry about threading the barrel afterwards. Sometimes when you thread a barrel afterwards, there's some tension in that barrel and it can change things. So yeah, I just think this would be a really good rifle to put a suppressor on. So when I'm at Wanamaker's next weekend, I'm going to try to find one of these. I've got another CZ. It's a 455 trainer, and I think I pulled up a picture of that rifle. Yeah, this is it right here. The CZ 455 trainer. You can see the buttstock, how it kind of slopes down like that. This rifle is made for iron sights, and it's got really good iron sights. If you want a long barreled rifle with really good tangent sights on it, this is a good one to have. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this rifle at all. It's just not something that I shoot a lot. And so probably what I'll do is I'll trade this one off, and I'd really like to get a hold of this one here, the 457 Royal. Just a good looking rifle. It's so different. I like having rifles that are a little bit unique, and this is definitely one. I'd be interested to know how long that stock is. If you look on the bottom of the forend, there is a lot of checkering right on the bottom, so you can get a nice good grip on the bottom of that forend. And these sling swivels are actually inset. So nice little detail by CZ. Um, I've been really impressed with them. I've just owned a couple of them this past year, and man, I'm a fan of them now. Good triggers, and I think the 472 uh 457, I'm sorry, has a fully adjustable trigger, so creep, take up, and weight, which is an improvement over the 455. So yeah, I really want to get my hands on one of those. If you guys have shot one of these 457s, let me know what you think. Um, but as far as the style, I really like the looks of this one, and of course they make them in all different kinds of configurations. But the Royal is one that really stood out to me. It's just something a little bit different, you know. That's kind of the fun of owning firearms, is having something a little bit different and maybe make it your own. And I just think this one right here, I've been wanting to put a suppressor on a 22, and I just think with the length of it, it would look really good and balanced with that extra length of the suppressor on there. So we're gonna look around at Wanamaker's and see if we can find one of those. I'm gonna take a couple rifles up there to trade out. Um, I've got a PPKS that don't really shoot a lot. It's a good pistol. The 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 quality is outstanding, but it's a heavy pistol. I mean, for a 380, it is all there. Now that helps in the shootability of it for sure, but not something that's great to carry, just being that heavy. So we may take that up there. Um, uh, yeah, we got somebody in the chat here. We got Mama Laura and Ray. Shout out. What's up, girls? How you doing tonight? So yeah, we may take that the PPKS up there, and I've got a Glock 43 that I really like. It's fun, but I just don't carry it that much. So I don't know. I may take it up there and see what's going on. Milsurp Garage, what's up, brother? Hey, I messaged you the other day. You missed out on a good show. You need to holler at me, brother. Yeah, so Wanamaker's, looking forward to that. That's always a great show. Um, I could spend probably a week up there looking at all the tables. It's hard to fit it into 2 days. It just really is. Really is. We got Patty in the house. Good evening. So, yeah, Wanamaker's. If you ever get a chance to go, oh, I deleted that. Let me pull it back up. It is such a neat show. I mean, it's just huge. You don't even realize until you've been there just how big it is. I mean, you're looking at this picture right here. That's just one level. Um, you really have to know what you're looking for when you go there, and kind of have eagle eyes. Like, put a couple things in your brain that you're really looking otherwise, you just get totally distracted and, you know, you'll, you'll miss the tree for the forest, I guess. Yeah, really cool show. They do it twice a year. So, yeah, if you ever get a chance, definitely check that out. Another cool show that I went to this year was down there in Vegas, the Las Vegas Antique Arms Show. And that was a really neat show. Like, not a lot of polymer guns there, right? They're talking wood and steel type stuff, but a lot of neat guns, and the prices were pretty good. I've noticed over the past year, really, prices are starting to ease up a bit. They got a little bit out of hand there for a while. I can kind of give an example, like I was talking about earlier. I've been looking for a, a a 1903 and 380. Um, and, a nice clean one was costing about $1,200. And it seemed like last year, more in the 900, $1,000 range for the same pistol. So we'll see. That's one I'd really like to pick up. I love that pistol. My 1903 and in 32 is, I think, one of the best concealed carry pistols ever made. It's just so smooth and slick. It points just naturally. It doesn't have the firepower of a 45, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little overblown. But I like that pistol. I would like to have it in 380 caliber. Um, Let me get in here to the comments a little bit. No Serp says he was watching. Yeah, yeah. We want you on there, man. It would been great. You have a lot of knowledge about that stuff. Um, so yeah, jump in with us next time, man. It's a good time. Don't be intimidated. It's all fun. So yeah, Charlene says bring your pedometer, that's for sure. Man, when I get done, walking Wanamackers, I am wore out. It is it is an exercise. And like I say, I'm so focused on what I'm looking for. I'm making some laps, but, yeah, really looking forward to that. So, Milturp, what do you got going on? What's your next video gonna be about? I seen you dropped a couple here lately. I know you were offline for a little bit with some stuff, but we're glad to have you back, man. Anybody that hasn't checked out Milsurp's channel, you need to. He does such great in-depth videos on firearms. He's a treasure on YouTube. He really is. Um, yeah, you gotta check him out. So let's see, what else can we talk about tonight? I just kind of got on here tonight. Just no, I was supposed to be on last night for fellowship, and guys, I just wasn't feeling good. We had weather coming in, and I got some issues that when that happens, I just don't feel good. But we'll make up for it on another night because I really enjoy the fellowship nights and talking to you guys about things that really matter, not just firearms. Um, so yeah, the CZ Trainers is a pretty neat rifle. Um, I took this on trade with a buddy of mine, and I like it. Uh, it's just not one of those firearms that I fell in love with. So we'll probably send it down the road and get something else that we like. The other one I talked about maybe trading out of is the Glock. Let's see. Yeah, Glock 43. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Mine's not the 43. It's what's the other version of that? 43 something. It's a little bit different. Yeah, what is that? Let's get on here and look. Uh, that's a 9 millimeter, and which one is it? 43M or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I just want to get on here and talk a little bit tonight um, about the Wanamaker show. That's a neat show. I'm looking forward to going to it and getting kind of dig through the safes and figure out what I want to trade out of. I've always got a few guns that I'm just not in love with, and I want to try something new out. So we'll get up there. We'll take, I don't know, four or five firearms with us and see if we can do a little bit of trading. That's one neat thing about these gun shows is that you can take your guns up there and swap them out for something different. And there's not just guns; they have knives and um, all kinds of stuff. Now, it's not one of those shows where they just let everybody sell everything. I mean, they focus a lot on firearms and knives and those kinds of things. Um, so that's one nice thing about it. Um, Now, parking is a kind of a issue there. You're going to have to walk to get to the building because there's just a lot of people there, and there's not a ton of parking. Now you're going to find a parking spot eventually, but you might have to drive around for 5 or 10 minutes before you actually find a spot. Um, Food and drinks is high in there. I don't think they have any issue with you bringing in food and drinks, so I would recommend that. Bring in at least something to drink, um, and maybe a snack. Now, you can't bring any loaded firearms in there. You have to check them at the table before you come in. They'll put a zip tie through the action of it just to be able to show everybody that it's not operable. But yeah, you can bring in whatever firearms you want and carry them around, and people will ask you, what do you got? Are you trying to sell that? And you can make some deals with somebody. You can go around to the tables and tell them, "Hey, I've got this. I'm looking to sell it, or I'm looking to trade it." A lot of times, I'll carry some stuff with me, and if I find something at a table that I want, then I'll try to work a deal with them and say, "Hey, I've got this, and you want to make a deal on it." So it's a good opportunity to look at a lot of firearms and be able to trade out of some stuff. Now, some of the tables are private, so this is kind of where some people have an issue with gun shows. Not every table do you have to fill out a form to purchase a firearm. So some of these tables are private. They're just people that they pay to get a table to sell their firearms, which is completely legal uh, in Oklahoma anyway. So, but some tables are owned by dealers, and at those tables, you do have to fill out a form to to make a purchase. Which I've never had a problem with filling out a form to buy a firearm. I don't mind that, but some of them you don't. It's just like if you bought a firearm from one of your friends, then you would just buy it from them. They don't do a background check on you. So that's kind of a hot button point for people. Um, you know, uh, I don't really want to get in get into all that. I have my views on it. There's a balance there, but yeah, Wanamaker's just a great show to check out. It's it's one of those deals. If you're a firearms collector or enthusiast, it's worth making the trip just once. It's kind of like going to Disney World. If you're into rides or whatever, if you're into firearms, you got to go to Wanamaker's once just to experience it. So I've got a few friends that are going to have tables there this year, and that's the other thing I really like to go get to see some of my buddies that are in the firearms industry, get to visit with them for the weekend, kind of see what they're selling. And they're all into different kinds of firearms, so we get to talk, and I get to learn about what they're interested in and what they've got on their table. So that's always a fun part of it. But yeah, uh, looking forward to that. Yeah, guys, I just want to jump on for a minute, and looking forward to going on the show. So we will we'll be here on Monday night for the Monday night firearms chat. Definitely gonna be there for that. We're gonna try to be here for Thursday fellowship chat. Like I said, this past Thursday, I just wasn't feeling up to it. So sorry I wasn't there if you guys were looking forward to it. But I want to be at my best when I'm here for you. So, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great weekend. Maybe we'll jump on this weekend and do something. We got a little bit of rain coming here this weekend, so I don't know if we'll do any shooting. We're putting the garden in, so that's kind of been taking some of my time here lately. But anyways, guys, God bless you and your family, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great day.